Elizabeth Wettlaufer, a 49-year-old registered nurse, stood accused of murdering 8 senior citizens and attempting to kill 6 others over a span of nearly a decade. Her weapon of choice? Not a gun or a knife, but the very medication meant to sustain life: insulin. This twisted tale of betrayal and death would send shockwaves through Canada's long-term care system and leave families grappling with unimaginable loss. The story began to unravel in September 2016, when Wettlaufer checked herself into a psychiatric facility in Toronto. There, she made a chilling confession that would expose her as one of Canada's most prolific serial killers. Wettlaufer's killing spree began in 2007 at the Carissant Care nursing home in Woodstock. Her first victim was 84-year-old James Silcox, a World War II veteran suffering from diabetes and dementia. Under the guise of providing care, Wettlaufer injected Silcox with a lethal dose of insulin. As he slipped into a coma and died, Wettlaufer experienced what she later described as a red surge, a euphoric rush that would fuel her addiction to killing. Over the next 7 years, Wettlaufer would claim 6 more victims at Carissant Care: Maurice Granat, 84, Gladys Millard, 87, Helen Matheson, 95, Mary Zurawinski, 96, Helen Young, 90, and Maureen Pickering, 79. Each death followed a similar pattern. Wettlaufer would administer an overdose of insulin, causing her victims to suffer hypoglycemic shock before slipping into fatal comas. But Wettlaufer's murderous compulsion wasn't confined to a single facility. In 2014, she killed 75-year-old Arpad Horvath at Meadow Park nursing home in London, Ontario. The brutality of her crimes was matched only by the callousness with which she carried them out. Wettlaufer later admitted to laughing after some of the murders, describing a sense of elation and release. As the body count rose, so did Wettlaufer's brazenness. She began to drop hints about her crimes, telling a former girlfriend that she had killed 2 people. But it wasn't just murder that satisfied Wettlaufer's dark urges. She also attempted to kill 4 other patients and committed 2 aggravated assaults, all using insulin as her weapon. Her victims ranged in age from 57 to 90, each one vulnerable and dependent on her care.